Hello and welcome to our Let's Play opening of Blade Runner, the video game. We're just opening up the intro sequence here. Ta-da! So yeah, this is actually a game made by Westwood, who are otherwise known pretty much for only the Command & Conquer series. So a bit of a strange one for them. You never really expected them to go ahead and make a point-and-click adventure game, and you would never think it'd actually be any good. But here we are, and it has this wonderful opening. Please have a read of it. I'm not going to read it out loud. I've read it too many times in my lifetime, but it's exactly the same intro that you have from the movie, Blade Runner. It's pretty awesome. And so this video game actually runs in the same timeline as the Blade Runner movie. So you have some synchronicity between the two stories. You are a Blade Runner, just like Deckard in the original movie, but you are kind of a rookie, and you're looking for some of these other escaped replicants. Oh, god damn this. Oh, I love this freaking movie. I love the movie and I really like the game. I decided to pull it out because it was like it's one I haven't played for a long time, but I used to play it quite a bit. So this will actually act as one, a let's play, and two, a walkthrough if anyone ever finds this game or digs it out of their closet and has a few problems anywhere. Unlike other kind of adventure games, it's not really as much of a kleptomaniac kind of game.
I'm leaving now.
Lucy, my
Let's just watch this.
I cleaned out the tiger cage and sorted all the meal bins. So, if it's all right, it's my turn to fix dinner.
Haven't you forgotten something, little one? Just one little thing.
Mr. Runser, please.
It's been a very long day.
I don't want to.
Now, Lucy, I thought we'd settled this last week. Don't let's forget who pays your salary.
Ugh,
We're closed.
disgusting man.
Come back tomorrow. Wait, I haven't finished with you. I told you we're closed.
We're not here to buy, little man. We've come to sell.
You can't possibly have anything to interest me. These are extremely rare animals of the highest quality.
What a coincidence. So am I. That is the price for humility.
Oh, please, don't.
And what else might we interest you in today, sir? Perhaps some virtue?
Not my animals, please. I'm begging you.
But what of honor, little man? At what price? Honor.
Oh my God, no! That tiger is the rarest specimen ever seen.
Tiger, tiger, burning bright. The forest of the night.
BR 61661, report to precinct headquarters, code 3. Repeat, code 3.
I was just finishing up my 12 out on patrol when I got the call. Welcome relief, considering that the most action I'd seen all night was a schizoid grandmother doing the shimmy in her underwear in the second sector.
Oh, oh, he's so funny. Yeah, I would say, like, some of this is written really well, some of it is written really badly. But it definitely, like, all of that stuff where you have the voiceovers, it definitely leans towards the kind of the original version of Blade Runner, where you
Last
do
time I
hear
had
a lot of
feud
those
was when
voiceovers.
Some hooker vomited Thunderbird on Bryant's desk, and yours truly led the cleanup crew.
Yeah, it's definitely more like the
A year and a
original
half
before
on
the
job,
director's
it was
cut.
still the dirtiest work I'd seen. Where's Captain Bryant?
Took a sick day. Got himself a heinous case of ptomaine poisoning. He asked me personally to run the unit in his absence.
Gouza was one of the old-time guys who took their knocks in the streets. He had a friendly way about him, but you didn't want to turn your back on him if you were less than a friend.
Hope you've been enjoying your leisure time, kid, 'cause it's time to take that thumb out of your ass.
Hallelujah.
Don't get too excited. The other Blade Runners are all jammed up. Holden's sucking dinner through a straw. Gaff's working the Tyrell break-in and Steele's working special undercover. Looks like you got this one by default.
You really know how to make a girl feel wanted.
Animal murder done at Runciter Zoological. Probably just be a schizoid glitz, but we got the call. Old man Runciter lost something like 1 billion chinions worth.
10 to 1, this ain't a job for Rep Detect.
You got something better to do? Perfect your French cooking, maybe?
Alright.
Slumming tonight, Slim?
I thought you were on special assignment.
Wasn't too damn special after I had the suckers out.
What happened?
Couple of fours were masquerading as fibroplast insulators down at Kaiser. I dressed up like a nurse. They never had a chance.
I'll bet. You put them on the machine?
Hell no. There's a beautiful little thing in here called the Magic, and it ain't ever been wrong. You develop it, you got a brilliant career ahead of you.
I'm working on it.
What Scoozer got you doing tonight?
AM at Runciter's.
Animal murder. Oh, those skin jobs got no respect for anything that truly lives and breathes. And that goddamn Eldon Tyrell ought to be zipped into a body bag and flushed into deep space.
Get rid of him, we'd be out of a job.
I think we're all overdue for a little off-world paid vacation. You can stop staring at my ass now.
You got eyes in the back of your head?
All you gotta do is ask, Slim.
Yeah, so there's probably a bunch of references in there. If you have no idea about Blade Runner, you're going to be a bit lost.
Animal sales was a profitable and prestigious business since most real animals had died out after the Terran War. There were plenty of electric ones, though, powered by rechargeable batteries. No self-respecting human would own one of those frauds.
So perhaps a little bit of information is required about kind of the world of Blade Runner if you're not unfamiliar with it. Now there's a bunch of like references of terms there that people used. So one was skin jobs. Skin job is in the Blade Runner universe is kind of the equivalent of like a racist slur towards replicants, which are kind of semi-biologically created humanoid slave workers. Who are created by the Tyrell Corporation, who also create fake animals as well. Now, Runciter's Animals actually has supposedly real animals, and real animals in the Blade Runner universe are in rapid decline. And so any kind of living animal is like really highly respected by everyone. Everyone really wants a living, true animal. Most people, if they do have anything, they will probably have a fake animal. Like made by the Tyrell Corporation. But yeah, they've actually made like humanoid people, which are called the replicants. And yeah, that's my job. I hunt them down because they're actually banned on Earth. As you if you read the scroll at the beginning, yeah, they're banned on Earth. So I have to try and hunt them down. And obviously there was some who have come to Earth and they've caused some shit, and now we've got to get rid of them. So, what's kind of cool about this is it's a bit like if you played the game L.A. Noire, which I did do a kind of a brief let's play with of a few missions, where you kind of gather evidence from certain scenes at times, and you try and piece together the information to then progress the story. So, as an adventure game, it doesn't have as many of those niggling problems of where you're just completely stuck. However, it's not completely refined, so there are still moments where you're still kind of very lost as to where I'm supposed to go to trigger the next thing. But overall, the story in this is pretty cool. I like kind of like all the options. I've just found out as well that there's like a designer version in the menu. If you choose that, it actually skips a lot of the dialogue, so I haven't checked that. We're going to keep with the main thing. We're going to wander about. Let's have a look. So let's click on this.
Find something?
Piece of chrome.
From a car?
No, I think it's horse chrome.
Oh,
Tag it.
Oh my god, yeah. So your main guy, his jokes are pretty awful, if not just downright horrific. You can like look at your clues here. So we've got chrome debris. It'll come up in the right corner here, and you can have a look there. But no known suspects. We haven't really got anything at the moment, so screw it. So yeah, we just press cross and we can close that down. Now we can talk to the police officer, see what he says.
What do you know?
About 30 counts of animal murder and 1 of aggravated assault. The shop's been thrashed. You ought to see this tiger cub they got in there. It's a goddamn tragedy.
How's old man Runsiter holding up?
State of shock. He's been moaning and complaining about his world caving in.
You'd feel the same way if they were your animals. How many perps?
At least 2. Bloody footprints all over the scene.
Must be a delightful sight.
Yep. Okay, now there's also lots of people watching, so we can click on that.
Canvass the area. Maybe somebody had his eyes open.
I'm on it.
So yeah, and then he'll start actually getting information from people. And so if you go off and do some other things and come back to him, he'll actually give you the information that he's tried to gather. And that can be quite useful. So let's go and click on the
Scratches and paint flecks, and I knew what they meant. Unless the city had bought a jet black fire truck, somebody had a big fat traffic ticket coming.
Aha. Can we do anything with it? Oh, that's
Scratches and paint flecks, and I knew what they meant. Unless the city had bought a jet black fire truck, somebody had a big fat traffic ticket coming.
Yeah, so it also actually records audio, so you can actually review a lot of your
About
information.
30 counts of animal murder and 1 of aggravated assault.
Which is really cool. So you can always come back to there and just have a look at the information. Go, what am I missing? What am I supposed to do? So yeah, there's lots of things there. Now let's just go and check the dustbin.
Nothing even remotely interesting, but hell, if I was going to root through trash, my expectations weren't too high.
Haha. Okay. And that's about it. So let's go inside Runsitters. And we'll go and interview Runsitter. So yeah,
Judging from the distance between the prints, I was looking for 2 very big men. One dragged his right foot, indicating a possible injury or lameness. The other appeared a lot more controlled, graceful even. Quite a pair.
He's got quite a sharp eye for that kind of detail in here, I think, but it's kind of nice how you do get a lot of detail from everything. Some of those narration parts are a bit, cliched, but that's what the original movie's like. If you watch the movie with the constant narration by Deckard, it's pretty crazy. A bit odd. I much prefer the director's cut where they cut all of that out and you have to try and piece together all the information yourself. It kind of gives you a bit too much sometimes in the movie. But in this game, I think it works very well so that you don't get too frustrated with anything.
McCoy, LPD.
I'm absolutely certain Lucy Devlin was involved in this heinous act. She's the young girl who works for me.
She's responsible for all this mayhem?
No, of course not. It was 2 men acting in concert with her, obviously.
Obviously. What'd they look like?
Big and scary and absolutely malevolent.
Okay. Thank you.
Can you think of anything they might have been after?
First I thought they wanted money, but I don't keep any in the shop. Then I thought they wanted to steal my animals, but they started executing them.
Could they have been replicants?
Who else would be capable of such barbaric acts?
I've just realised now I'm just clicking on him and it's just doing all the conversation choices there. Now if I check my menu and go to options, and here it's got the conversation choices, so I can be kind of like polite, normal, surly and erratic. So if I go to this one, it's a user choice. When I click on him I should get the choice, which is something I much prefer. I don't know why they have this stupid system, because you'd be like what, just play through the game like polite for the whole game? It just seems a bit odd, Or would you just come in here and change it every so often? It just seems such an odd thing to do, but thank God they do have the make your own choice, so we'll do that.
You ever do any business with the replicant manufacturers, Tyrell Corporation?
That didn't help.
I resent that accusation.
Just wondering.
Officer, last May I personally sold Governor Colvig an exquisite Bergeron colt. I have been a guest at his house on 3 separate occasions.
Ooh.
Do I look like I need to carry artificial product?
He seems rather defensive about that. Let's try and probe him again.
Tell me about this Lucy.
There's not a lot I can tell you. She's only worked for me for a short while. She's about 14 years old with pink hair. A very attractive young thing.
How'd you find her?
She came to me with a reference from Ogilvy's in the Northwest Zone. And he's
Ding.
a very reputable wholesaler.
You treat her well?
As well as any young tot should be treated.
She got a desk? Or someplace where she worked?
She used to eat over there. I'm ruined. Totally ruined.
What a shame.
You got any discs from that camera?
It's irrelevant. Those murderers also destroyed the camera. Thousands of Chinyens worth.
Maybe it photographed them before they shot it out.
I guess you've got a point at that.
So yeah, I should probably talk about a bit of like how the money and the society works in the Blade Runner universe. And obviously the money is called Chinyen. Kind of a...
I believe this is the disc from last night.
Peachy.
So it, because, which is probably kind of like a combination of, like saying like, the Chinese yuan and, yuan
Totally
and
ruined.
the Japanese yen, and so like Chin yen, Chinese yen or something. But the main reason that being is kind of this area of, I think it's in Los Angeles, yeah, it's Los Angeles. There's been lots and lots and lots of like Chinese, Japanese, lots of Asians have moved into the area, and lots of Hispanic as well have moved in the area, and they've all kind of combined together to make this weird culture in Los Angeles. And there's actually a whole nother language that people use in Los Angeles that is a combination of Spanish, Chinese, Japanese and English all kind of coalesced and mixed together to make a local language that people use on the street. You don't really hear it so much in the game, but in the movie you will hear it quite a bit here and there amongst certain characters, which is pretty cool. Right, let's see. So we got some information on there. Let's just check. Yeah, so we've got the graceful
Judging from the
footprints.
distance between the prints, I was looking for two very big men. One dragged his right foot, indicating a possible injury or lameness. The other appeared a lot more controlled, graceful even. Quite a
Okay.
pair.
And of course we've got the limping
Judging
footprints.
from the distance between the prints, I was looking for two very big men. One
Yes,
dragged his right foot,
same thing.
indicating
So
I'm
interview,
absolutely certain Lucy Devlin was involved in this heinous act. She's the young girl who works for me.
she's responsible for all this mayhem?
Okay.
There's not a lot I can tell you. She's only worked for me for a short while. She's about 14 years old with pink hair. A very attractive young thing.
Yeah, he's a dirty old man. And we got his video footage up here from the camera that we saved. Now, if you've also seen the movie, you probably know that you can upload photos into a machine,
All my
and then you kind of scan through it, and you can actually, like, the photos in the world of Blade Runner actually have a kind of a three-dimensional shot of everything, so you can actually bend around images, or it either kind of bends around images and it actually takes those images and you're able to then scan that in a computer, or what it does is it's from the photo the computers are able to better, like, just from the information of the photo they can almost recreate the scene that the shot is from, and you can get almost any angle even if it's slightly hidden and things like that, and you can get all of the information from it. Kind of curious, don't quite really know how it works, but it makes for a very cool detective method of searching things. And it's from the movie. The movie actually does it. You'll see him actually scan photos, go in really into sharp detail, but also kind of slightly bend around corners and things. It's kind of weird.
A toy dog.
Yeast. Monkeys.
Wow, isn't that cute?
Yeah, you're a tool.
A candy bar. Yuck.
Why yuck? It doesn't look like it's been eaten.
Howie Lee's in Chinatown. I'd eaten there myself.
As far as I know, Howie Lee's is, I think it's the guy who's at the beginning of the movie when Deckard goes and gets some noodles. Pretty sure it is. We'll find out. Is there anything else?
Well, isn't that cute?
Yes, I heard that. Sorry, I clicked that again. Yeah, there's nothing else there, I don't think. So we can move along. Now also, there are multiple different endings to this game as well. Let's go and see if there's anything else we can talk to him about. Oh
See
yeah,
if
if
you
you
can
double
dig
click
up
he
that
runs.
reference from Ogilvy's.
Yes, it's somewhere here. Just a moment.
Thank you. So yeah, there's a bunch of different endings in this game. I'm pretty sure I've seen them all over the years of playing this game every so often. I forget if I have seen them all, but I've seen a lot of the different ones. So it'll be interesting to find out what ending we get when we do this playthrough. You'll also find there's sometimes some different things lying around. And now I'm pretty sure before I've seen at the back there, like not just like the chopsticks, but also like the actual noodle pot and things like that. But yeah, let's see. Is there anything else to click on? Not really. Yes, yes. Shush, you silly man.
Baby.
Stick around. I may not be finished with you.
Okay, I'm basically done with him. I don't think there's anything else I can do here. Right, we're gonna get out. We'll go and see if
It didn't
got
add
any
up.
information.
Animal murders, the lack of any theft. The small animals alone were worth a good chunk of change on the street. It seemed more like an act of vengeance.
Yes, let's go and speak to the officer.
Find anything else out here?
This woman says she saw that kid who worked for Runciter hanging around with a big fat guy last week.
Okay.
Find anything else out here?
This guy lives across the street. Says he heard a crash late last night. Looked out his window and saw a black sedan speeding away from the scene.
Find anything else out here?
Zilcho. Row actions inside. Abstract art. All over the walls and ceiling.
I never did appreciate art.
Yeah, also, yeah, some of the dialogue is pretty corny, but it's well placed in this universe, because I mean the whole Blade Runner thing is kind of based off of film noirs. It's like a science fiction film noir, and so the way people speak kind of, I don't want to say in slightly riddles, because that's what they did in film noir. They did speak in almost this riddle-ish kind of language, like street language, but there are influences of it in the speech, so you get that, but some of them is a bit corny, you know. So obviously, right, okay, we can go to the police station and maybe check the files. We could, oh, that's my girlfriend. Hello, Yuko, she's online. McCoy's apartment, Runciter's Animals, and Chinatown. Right, so obviously we're at Runciter's Animals at the moment. We could go to the police station, or we could go to our apartment. I don't think we need to go to our apartment at all, but Chinatown might be an option. Let's head over there. Away we go! Alright, and here we are in Chinatown.
Real sushi was a luxury reserved only for the elite, since most sea life had become radioactive after the Third Terran War. The rest of us had to eat new sushi, soya mixed with off-world lichen.
Yes. So yeah, that's another thing. A reason why there are kind of like no animals and people live in these kind of weird cities and things that's like constantly nighttime and raining is because of the, yeah, this is the Third Terran War, which is basically the Third World War, or the Terran War, and that's like the Third World War, where things just went to shit. And now people are living their lives out as they are. So I'm going to call it there for today. That's our first playthrough, and we're going to continue on with part 2 later on. I hope you enjoyed, everyone, and I'll see you for next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.